The area got a little bit of a reprieve this afternoon when the sun came out, clearing a lot of the snow and a lot of slush out of the roadways, but that doesn't mean your morning commute isn't going to be impacted by yesterday's Arctic blast. Anything that was left in the roadway is up for a possible refreeze tonight. We're looking at temperatures that are going to be well below 30 degrees. Now, the city has salt trucks out trying to scour as many of the side streets, main streets, interstates, and especially the bridges. Those are always a trouble area for us. So if you have any questions about possible delays or cancellations for your morning commute or your kids' commute to school, you should stay tuned right here. You can always check us out online as well. We're going to be back in about 2 minutes, so stay tuned. LEED buildings like the one behind me are popping up all over Kentuckiana thanks to new initiatives at the state, local, and federal level. These new initiatives are causing builders to think twice about not only the sites they build on, but the materials they use while building. For example, the building behind me generates some of its own energy through hydro and solar power. Not to mention, it has motion-censored lights, which could leave you in the dark if you're not too careful.
They are the tastiest trend in the city.
Even on a cold day like this in the spring, in the summer, and the fall, this park is filled with people.
And now food trucks are getting a boost from some new regulations, which haven't changed in more than 3 decades. That, despite the number of trucks in the city nearly doubling in the past 2 years.
It is long due to have regulations that bring Washington, D.C. into the modern age.
The new regulations proposed today would require the trucks and sidewalk vendors to pay $587 a year for a permit. They also allow the community to be more involved by limiting the number of food trucks and sidewalk vendors in any designated zone.
Before, if a food truck didn't have a line, they could be forced to move. But now, under the new regulations, as long as the food truck's in a legal spot and keeping money in the meter, they can stay as long as they want.
As we're working, we're not as mobile as we would like to be. We can't just shut down the grill and leave, and go to a new spot, so it makes it tough on us.
And staying in one spot is crucial to vendors, letting customers know where they are from day to day.
We run our business mostly with social media, and the old regulations don't contemplate social media.
We're all small business owners, and we need to survive in the city, and everybody loves us.
Washingtonians can weigh in for the next 30 days. The D.C. Council will have to approve the new rules before they become permanent. In Northwest, Laura Chavez, ABC 7 News.
Today, I am suspending my campaign for the presidency.
This afternoon, John Huntsman put the brakes on his run for the White House. But the former ambassador to China's withdrawal wasn't the only news to come from his press conference. A big and unexpected endorsement surfaced.
Despite our differences and the space between us on some of the issues, I believe that candidate is Governor Mitt Romney.
At the end of the day, political analysts said the former Utah governor just couldn't make inroads with conservative voters, leaving the latest casualty of the race for the White House with one parting thought for Republicans.
I believe it is now time for our party to unite around the candidate best equipped to defeat Barack Obama.
This withdrawal leaves only 5 men standing on the ballot, including frontrunner and former Massachusetts Governor Mitt Romney. But it looks like someone else has their eye on the Palmetto State.
I'm exploring right now. I'm a one-man Lewis and Clark.
That's right. Stephen Colbert, host of the Colbert Report and son of South Carolina, says he's exploring a run.
I am proud to announce that I am forming an exploratory committee to lay the groundwork for my possible candidacy for the President of the United States of South Carolina. I'm doing it!
So, who will South Carolina voters give the nod to on Saturday? According to the latest ABC News Washington Post poll, Mitt Romney has a commanding lead with 35%. A distant second, Newt Gingrich with only 17%, followed closely by Ron Paul with 16%. I'm Laura Chavez in Washington, ABC 7 News.
With U of L taking the #1 spot in college basketball, that can only mean one thing. Card fever is sweeping the area. We've got our 2 color block games coming up. First, the Whiteout. It's going to be played against Marquette on February 3rd, and then everyone's going to be rocking their red for senior night on March 9th as the Cards take on the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame.